Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today and welcome if you're new to my channel. My name is Laura and I am a tarot reader. I like to hone into energies from reading certain messages that come through from spirit. So I like to channel from the third dimensional space here on Earth to the fifth dimensional space in the world kind of realm. If you want to know more about that, there's a lot of information about the 3D and the fifth dimensional world online, so feel free to check out some of that cool stuff. So, for today's reading for January the 13th, 2021, I would like to pull some tarot cards as well as some oracles to clarify the meanings further for what is currently happening in your connection between you, Divine Masculine, and your Divine Feminine, or you, Divine Feminine, with you, your Divine Masculine. But before we get into it today, I would like to leave a couple quiet moments here while I burn a little bit of sage to help clear any negative energy out of the environment. All right, thank you. Okay. Feeling like the throat chakra is a little bit not cut off, but there's a little bit of tension there. There's a little bit of tension. Okay, so to begin this reading, what I'm going to ask Spirit to give us messages about so that we can receive clarification and any kind of information that will help us to decipher what we are involving ourselves in currently. This will be current energy. Anything that Spirit wants us to know in regards to your situation between you and your divine counterpart. So I want to ask, what is currently happening in regards to shadow work? So what shadows are your divine masculine dealing with currently? All right, so what shadows are your divine masculine currently? Is your divine masculine currently? Those are actually what? Okay, so we've got the Ace of Cups, the Moon, and the Fool. So there's a sense of wanting to start something new. This is a really abundant card. It has to do with cup, which means an offer of love. So some kind of offer which is brand new. It could be a new way of a relationship, or it could be a new relationship, especially with the Fool card here. Very similar energy to the Ace of Cups, okay? So again, there's a sense of stepping out and taking a risk and seeing how, a love matter might turn out. Someone actually stepping forward and taking a leap of faith when it comes to the shadows that your divine masculine, or it could be vice versa, your divine feminine are currently dealing with at this time. Okay, so with the Moon card here as well, This has to do with some kind of cycles. So you could find yourself in a cycle that is repeating itself. It also has to do with secrecy or like some kind of like secretive behavior. I'm not really feeling that though, because a sense of Ace of Cups is like the truest form of love here. It's almost like the Knight of Cups or the King of Cups, who has a lot to offer, emotionally stable, abundant, and giving. So there's a need for security, but at the same time, there's a need to take a risk. And without taking a risk, nothing really comes of our decisions in our life. And as we all know, your life is a series of choices. So after you make one decision, that leads you to the next choice and the next decision. And, you know, so. So when I asked Spirit, what is the current shadow that your divine masculine or your divine feminine are currently dealing with? When it comes to love, I don't see this being anything work related. I'm channeling specific messages from the divine about a love situation right now, which is really beautiful because someone is willing to actually take that leap of faith. So I'm just going to go ahead and clarify why the Fool and the Ace of Cups with the Moon is here. All right, Spirit, please tell me why the Fool, the Ace of Cups, and the Moon is here. I want 3 cards, please and thank you. 3 cards to verify the meanings. 3 cards. All right, that was 1 card. So the Chariot came out, which is something that is moving forward. So again, your divine masculine or divine feminine, your divine counterpart could be having issues with moving a relationship along because of something they're not telling you about. And then we have the Two of Wands, which has to do with passion and fire. It is making a decision. It's looking out into the world and seeing, you know, I've got this one wand in my hand, but I also have another one behind me, and it's like, which one do I choose? Do I look to the past and make a decision, or do I move forward with something new because this man is holding a world in his hand? So that's symbolic of choices in life. You know, this is almost like a fork in the road coming to a standstill in order to sit and make a decision to figure out which route is best. And that's with the Two of Cups, which again, or sorry, not the Two of Cups, that's with the Ace of Cups, which actually has to do with, okay, so now the Four of Pentacles, but in reverse. So someone's willing to, you know, yeah, again, there used to be some kind of behavior that didn't serve you or your partner. I'm feeling when it comes to expressing your emotions, again, this leads me back to the Ace of Cups. There could have been a lack with the Moon on being honest about, you know, revealing your true feelings for one another or something with that. But when the Four of Pentacles is coming up in reverse, that tells me that a decision is being made. The 4 has to do with foundation, okay, and a sturdy environment. However, with the Four of Pentacles, sometimes it's someone that can be hanging on to something way too tight, where it's almost like, you know, when you hold on to sand and it just like goes right through your hands, right, when you squeeze onto it too tightly. So that's the sense of energy that I'm getting from the Four of Pentacles, but it's in the reverse, which means that there's that little flow now of energy that could have been a bit stagnant in the past in regards to love, money, making some kind of offer from the Two of Pentacles to the Four of Pentacles. So Okay. Wow. So that's interesting. I am going to ask for my grace cards here what the Chariot is doing here. So you could be dealing with a Cancer, because Chariot is July energy, July time frame. You could be dealing with an Aries with the Two of Wands, Sagittarius or Leo. Alright, so why is the Chariot here with the Fool and the Ace of Cups and the Two of Wands? Spirit, can I have 3 cards? Alright. Too many. Okey-doke. Two cards. So right now, Spirit's calling for some kind of strength when it comes to the stagnancy of what may have been happening between you and another person in a relationship. Because we have strength here and we also have mindfulness. Okay. So, strength. Face your fear. Every challenge is a blessing in disguise, a gift that makes us stronger, more conscious, and ultimately more alive. This card, she's so beautiful. And mindfulness. Another really pretty card. I love the shells in her hair. Reminds me of being by the ocean, which I haven't done in so long. Manage your mind. When we direct our thoughts and words towards the outcome we most desire, we ignite grace. That's a thing. So this is the thing. Basically, when we are energetically connected to what we know is what our soul is asking us to provide our body and human mind with, mindfulness, we're able to actually have control over our destiny because we put out into the world what we get back. And it's the law of attraction. Another thing to Google, because it's really cool, is being mindful about what you're feeling inside and, you know, how you speak to people, how you interact, how you react. I know I have difficulty with that, I will admit. So when we're more mindful, this doesn't only include, like, we're not just talking about us as individuals. When we have to be out in the world interacting with other humans and having life experiences, we need to be mindful always about the energy we put out because, as I said, you're going to just have that return to you in some kind of energy form. It's like you turn on one tap, you know, that tap might be a little bit boiling, a little bit too warm, that water's, you know, just on the verge. Then that other tap has to be equaled, karmically balanced. Life is always about tempering things. When we win on one level, we will lose on another. When we lose on one level, we'll always win on another. That's why they always say When one door closes, another one opens. So life is full of opportunities, choices, and destinations. So whatever path you choose is ultimately up to you, but got to be mindful and strong so that you can stay true to your path without giving up when times go, awry, as they have been. It's been a really difficult time for everyone. I keep saying that, I'm mindful about all situations and everyone's circumstances now because of everything that everyone is being subjected to. Mindful. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. We have to be mindful so we can maintain our strength. Spirit, why is the Ace of Cups and the Moon here? Kindness. So Ace of Cups having to do with love, Moon having to do with femininity and cycles, the moon, reproductive system, that kind of thing, but can also mean like secrecy, that kind of thing. So, kindness. Love that pink color. A kind gesture, kindness. A kind gesture rekindles your belief in the power of love. Remember to be kind to yourself. It's true. It's always good to be kind to yourself, especially others, because this goes back to the law of attraction. All right. So what you put out into the world is going to come back to you 10 times. So that's why it's really powerful when we manifest and pray, because we put the positive energy out of what we want to come back to us to receive. So it's a give and take. That's why I always get my clients and my friends and my family to hold their stones when I'm doing a reading for them or when I'm doing a reading for myself, in your giving hand and your receiving hand. It's a balance. It's a tempering of energies, right? All right, let's get another card from our angel deck here. Ooh. Okay. So again, being mindful and strong, right? We got strength and mindfulness with kindness. Now we have anxiety. So going back to the way that, your belief system could have developed when you were a child, growing up, some things that you could have seen might have made you develop an anxious type of being, type of way, type of lifestyle. It's very natural for all of us to feel some kind of way when it comes to being anxious. That is how our minds have been designed as human beings on Earth. We surround you with the healing light of amethyst. Take a deep breath and breathe in this beautiful violet light. Feel your anxiety melting away. There is nothing to fear. There is only love. So this is so true in so many ways. I feel like it's this reading's kind of going towards the earth energies and the law of attraction. So when we feel darkness inside, I think that we need to remind ourselves that yes, we ourselves are feeling this and indulging in these behaviors that might not be so great for us, that are putting us off our paths of true destination. And it's not always about the destination, but you have to be able to have a sense of, faith and hope, and be able to visualize, be mindfully strong enough to be able to visualize what that path is, that next step, so that you can stay true to yourself on that path. So when we delve into moments of darkness that's hard to come out of, we're only doing ourselves a disservice at the end of the day, because it's taking time away from where we're meant to be at the end of the day. Because we all have that spot, that vision in our head, and until we somehow foresee it coming together, whether it be literally in the physical material world or like visually up here in the 3D and the 5D, then we are able to seriously listen to ourselves and know that, yes, that is what I want, and I feel confident making that choice. So it's a sense of like self-respect and making, a promise to yourself, not to anyone else, not for anyone else to feel better, for you as a whole individual. Okay. So if someone's feeling anxiety out there, it's asking you to hang on to your amethyst if you have any kind of stones or crystals with you, especially an amethyst one, which is really good for cleansing any kind of anxious feeling that might come up from being triggered or dealing with a certain situation today or coming soon. So just be mindful of that. So you might have been feeling some kind of, mental anxiety around this relationship, because you're wondering, is it going to move forward? Am I going to be able to see some kind of light at the end of the tunnel? Will we have some kind of union or reconciliation between my loved one and I, my partner and I? I can see good things happening right now. Let's go a little bit more into it. I want to pull some more tarot and ask Spirit, how does your divine masculine currently feel about your connection with you, divine feminine, or roles can be reversed? So Spirit, how does the collective's divine masculine currently feel? Oh. Okay. That was quick. So we had the King of Wands flip out in the reverse and the Magician. So that's someone that's trying to manifest some kind of relationship in specific when the King of Wands is in reverse. We know that the King of Wands from the beginning, he's not as committal as some of the other kings in regards to relationship when it comes to being there physically, emotionally, mentally, and everything, because the King of Wands in specific is very passionate. They have a lot of sexual desire in nature, and so sometimes, well, we're channeling a lot of cards right now. Sometimes that can do with not giving, especially in return, not being able to give enough to the person for them to feel like the connection is strong enough to move forward in this path and on this journey. So especially with the Magician beside and the upright, someone really is trying to manifest some kind of, they feel some kind of way. So let's go ahead. I pulled a bunch of cards. One fell on the ground. I'm just going to grab that. The Knight of Wands, another non-committal card, very, very fiery energy, okay? So, Ten of Swords, Five of Swords, the Hangman, Nine of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands. So now we have the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Okay. So very similar energy, but this time the Knight of Wands is in the upright. We have the Ten of Wands, which has to do with some kind of burden, overcoming something that felt like it would take forever. take comfort in knowing that the 10 can't get any worse. So your burdens are going to be lifted. Okay, especially with the 9 of Cups coming in. This has to do with a wish fulfillment. This could be your desire or your wish or your partner's wish. Someone's wish is coming in after a really troublesome journey. This means someone is exhausted after being on the path of self-discovery, okay? All right, so a lot of passion, a lot of fiery energy. We have the 5 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. So maybe something that once was a struggle, constant battle in the mind. Swords have to do with your thought processes and your behaviors, your choices, your all that kind of thing. So maybe in the past there wasn't mental clarity. This has to do with a lot of challenges and strife, struggles, lies, confusion, even manipulation. The word, yeah, Spirit's having me channel the word manipulation, okay? But I feel like that's coming to an end because we have a 5 and a 10. So the 5 of Swords leads to the 10 of Swords, which means an ending of this type of, I'm sorry, but bullshit behavior and excuses, and always in some kind of like, you know, frantic, painful cycle. That's maybe why the moon is here. There was cycles, and this has to do with a lot of the reason why you and your person could be feeling, if you're not in contact right now, a big blockage in your relationship. If there's no communication, because sometimes this has to do with communication, but when there's problems, what do? We don't always talk to people, right? We cut things off. We use our swords to just cut anything out of our lives that don't serve us or everyone else's highest good. So what I'm saying though now is the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in all of the decks and all of the tarot suits. So there's a sense of the Hangman and the Knight of Pentacles is a really long time of waiting for this kind of thing to develop though. This situation is very unique. I feel like you guys could have been dealing with this person for a really long time. Okay, I'm going to go into the tarot and see kind of what Spirit wants you to know at the moment in regards to your connection or union as well. So I'm going to pull some of those cards from my tarot. But before I do that, I'm going to go into The Universe Has Your Back deck and just pull a couple of cards from my oracle deck to clarify some of the meanings of these cards here, even though I have a basic general idea of what this all means. So there could have been in the past a lot of deceitful behavior, lies, that kind of thing, untrustworthy type stuff, which a lot of couples deal with, unfortunately, when it comes to being in union with one another, because that's when you are usually in a twin flame experience. So what does that mean? A twin flame experience means that you're basically looking in the mirror, and whatever challenges you face as an individual, your partner is usually battling or facing as well. So for the longest time, you might have wondered, like, when is this ever going to end? This person is just, you know, happy just to sit there and kind of do their own thing, right? But at the end of the day, we don't always want to just be left hanging, because what happens is the blood goes to our head and we will never survive. So with the Knight of Pentacles, he does have stuff to offer. I mean, knights, you know, they're usually in communication. Knights bring communication and some kind of clarity to a matter or situation. And it is a pentacle, so you could be dealing with a Taurus. It's an earth sign. Pentacles are also something tangible, so it has to do with money. So this person might want to bring forth with the Ace of Cups, all right, which is a beautiful card, and the Knight of Pentacles here to give you some kind of offer that you have been waiting for. It's just been like this forever ongoing road to your destination, which feels like it's never ending, but there is light at the end of the tunnel, because this has come to an end, which really was painful. Okay, so these 3 cards that came out have to do with dealing with a lot of loss and suffering, some kind of heartache or pain. So let's go into The Universe Has Your Back. All right, so Spirit, what do you want the collective to know for Wednesday, January the 13th, 2021, in regards to their connection or their union at current? All right. All right, Spirit, what do you want the collective watching today to know in regards to the connection and the union? Whoa, okay. 2 cards. Oh, I like this. I really like this for you guys. Look at 2 cards about having fun. So joy is the ultimate creator. Is that not the truth? Absolutely. If you're not joyous, you can't actually receive certain energy coming in at different levels. And in order to maintain your vibration on a higher level, you have to actually have a joyous attitude where you're like a little child having fun, like yay, because your childlike attitude or behavior, or that little child within you, is the one who's going to bring out the most abundant type of outcome. So it's good to have a really, really fun personality. So the universe works fast when I'm having fun. Is that not so true? You're going to bring in, this goes back to the law of attraction, what you put out, okay? So when you're joyous and having fun, then you're just like attracting really great opportunities to your life that usually turn out well. Okay, so make sure that you're being mindful and strong, okay, when it comes to being, after a long time of hurt and pain, being in that fun and loving attitude once again, so you can track that back into your life again, okay? So you can put out what it is that you want to come back to you. Okay, so to close up the reading today, I'm going to pull a couple of tarot just to clarify what the most likely outcome between you and your partner. Did I just drop the card somewhere? Thought I did. That was weird. The most likely outcome is going to be between you and your partner that you can look forward to, either currently or in the future, so to come. So I'm going to ask Spirit to please provide me with 3 cards for the most likely outcome. Oh, all right. So the 9 of Wands. Okay. So we go from the 10 of Wands to the 9 of Wands here. Again, your troubles can't get any worse from the 10. The Page of Wands. Wow, someone's dealing with a lot of fiery energy right now, which is great. The Page of Wands is not a bad thing. It's a little bit of a like immature type, you know, attitude at times. Oh. Okay, Spirit does not want me to take that card. All right, one more card. One more card. Two more cards came out. Oh, that's so sweet. The Lovers and the 10 of Cups, which isn't that what we all want? Oh, that's so sweet. I'm so glad that I just channeled that energy for you guys. So yeah, I mean, it's clear that it's going to take some work. It has been a really long journey, one that has been filled with trouble and like burdens and problems and like just like problem after problem. That's what the wands are symbolic of, is just like how many struggles one has had over all of these, 9 or 10 years of the, you guys could be dealing with someone from, 9 or 10 years now. It's symbolic of a lot of unfortunate events that have taken place that aren't, healthy for everyone involved in the situation, including you, the person watching this reading. But with the Page of Wands and the King of Wands, the Knight of Wands, I know that it doesn't seem like you're going to have your happy ending, but just know that once you put out that energy to the universe that you want to come back, it's just going to come back that much stronger. So be mindful, very, very mindful. You got to maintain your strength in order to see and envision this for yourself, no matter what, at the end of the day. Because what is, again, meant for you is not ever going to leave you. Okay, one more card for my Grace deck. And again, this has to do with the most likely outcome, which is the Lovers and the Ten of Cups. So let's pull one card for the Lovers and the Ten of Cups. And the most likely outcome. Aw, we have partnership on the top. I'm just going to take it. I'm going to take it. God speaks to us through people. We are ambassadors of grace for one another. It's beautiful. Isn't that the truth? Well, I feel like from today, from today's reading, Spirit wants you to take with you the ability to heal, even though the rainbows, your rainbows might not be coming in currently, but keep an eye out, keep watch for the rainbows, because magic and miracles do happen. Stay true to yourself, strong mentally, to be able to be mindful of your own energy so that you can catch yourself when you're putting negative energy out into the universe, so that you can just kind of kibosh that energy real quick, so that you're able to maintain a positive outlook, and which will create a positive outcome. Thank you so much for watching my video today. If you are interested in a personal reading with myself, Laura, please contact me. I will include my information in the description box below, and I'd be so happy to hear from all of you. Again, hope you're having a great day. Stay safe and stay true to who you are, and I'll see you in my next reading. Thanks so much. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.